Hmm. How do I reprogram the projector?
Reprogram? What do you mean by reprogram?
Change the image. Let's see. I'm fucking around with your
You
stuff,
have
don't
to
worry.
reload a blueprint.
Blueprint.
Excuse me. It's a little bit better quality wise. It's not messing with my eyes as much. Okay, let's see.
Wow. You're a small grid projector. You do me no good. Though I could replicate more of those scout fighters.
You could.
Oh well. I had that comm satellite working so well, I almost don't want to build it without using a blueprint now, just because it actually works.
Right.
That'd be one of my first projects in a long while that I would rely on a blueprint rather than just winging it. That's what I forgot to do. Forgot to check to see if our new arrangement of solar is actually producing enough to power the base long term. I mean, obviously it's powered now that it's sunny, but as far as our power draw.
That I don't know. Yay, rubber band.
It's all over the place. Perfect.
Sounds about normal.
Yeah. I guess as long as we're maintaining enough to get through the night cycles, I suppose I'm not going to worry that much.
Yeah.
Alright. I need... 5.
That'll be fine.
Shoot. I really wish... I don't even think I have a picture of the damn thing. Because I don't think I sent you any pictures of the thing, did I?
Of...
The comm satellite.
You talking about the foldable one?
Yeah.
You showed me in the world the other day. And you did send me some pictures before.
Okay. I'm going to go check the messages. Because I know I showed you it, but I'm just trying to find, like, a picture of it so I can, you know, put it together.
I believe it was on Facebook.
I got all the dimensions right where it folds up nicely so I can transport it. Yes, you can stalk us both at the same time. Now that Drew's stream is back working again, it must be.
Yes. Yes, I am back online for the moment. Hopefully next week I'll have my dual setup back up, which did make things a lot smoother, a lot less errors. And hopefully I'm gonna see if I can Google some of the right setup for my current router, try to get it to run a little bit smoother.
Ah, there you are. Alright.
Yay, connection fails.
So if I can just do...
What are we doing now?
I'm talking to myself now. I've hit that point in the night.
It's when things get really interesting.
Damn it. Like when you hit the damn landing gear button. This ship really just should not have a landing gear, I think is what I'm learning. Gonna solve this problem right now.
Or so you think.
No more landing gear for you. You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
So sad that they took it off Netflix.
Back online. Famous last words. Hell yeah.
Yeah, especially with me.
No kidding.
Just something about my setup.
There we go. All right.
Hopefully.
To settle you down. Rotate.
I plan on... Yeah, the next graphics card I get, I plan on upgrading a little bit. I'm looking at either getting the 6 or 8 gig, and I'm planning on going back to NVIDIA.
You should have never have left the family.
Yes, I'm realizing that. To be fair, it's not.
I mean, hell, and the NVIDIA software even has a preset for space engineers. Like every time I boot up this game, it automatically sets the card.
Well, I have the option to have a setting for, or a preset or whatever for that.
Yes, but that requires you to tune it. This comes with it.
Ah.
There's a difference, you know.
Yes, that is true.
Okay, so if I'm oriented like that, I made a complete fool of myself.
Whoa. Well, what'd you gonna do that for?
Because I put the battery in the wrong spot.
Well done.
Well, it's easy enough to do with how many batteries this thing is ultimately going to have.
Oh, yeah.
Since it needs to be able to operate with a buttload of antennas on it.
Yeah.
And also optimize not having optimal sun levels on it at all times.
Yeah.
So 1, 2. Okay. However, with the updated length of the beam, I don't have to build nearly as many of these things to do the projects we want to do.
That's good.
What do y'all currently have? Oh, graphics card. I have an NVIDIA GTX 970, and it's an MSI production unit, and I absolutely love it.
Mm-hmm.
I've been rocking it now for about 3 years, I believe.
Hold on.
Give or take.
Yeah. Mine's a little bit newer, but I went the other side. I have the MSI.
The dark side.
Yes. I have the MSI Radeon, was it R7 3... I want to say it's 330 or 350? I can't actually remember off the top of my head.
Come to the dark side with cookies.
Yes. I think I will be switching back to the NVIDIA family in the future, though. I have nothing against AMD. Hell, the majority of my computer is AMD.
Mine's not.
Well, yeah. We have two different people rating opposite systems. For the most part, for processing power, I don't mind them. So far, I mean, granted, my card that I got wasn't super high-end for them or anything, but I'm not super impressed with their graphics side.
I was not impressed with their graphics side on my laptop, and therefore they lost my bid.
Yeah.
Granted, it's a whole nother animal, laptop graphics and
Oh yeah.
whatnot, but it's like I also had just driver issues with them and this and that and the other thing, and
Yeah,
I had friends that had
issues are
issues
no
with them, so I said, you know what, not worth it.
Yeah.
So I went with the back to the cards that I'd cannibalized out of other computers that just kept working and working and working. Which, oh by the way, those were NVIDIA's.
Yep. Sounds about right. Let's see.
Takes a licking and keeps on picking.
Yep.
Switched to blue.
Switch to what are we switching to blue? What?
I don't know. This says I had AMD forever, but switched to blue when I seen a hell of a deal at Best Buy's.
Blue. I don't know blue.
I don't know either. Please enlighten us. I'm unfamiliar.
Which is kind of rare with us, actually.
Yeah, considering how much we've cannibalized computers and done some odd projects with them.
Right.
Okay, so then battery, and battery. Gyroscope. Achievement unlocked. The bigger they are. What the hell is that achievement?
I don't know.
Remember we were going to do an achievement quest in here at 1.2?
Probably.
I've started racking up achievements now in this game, which kind of defeats the purpose of the achievement craziness.
Yeah.
AMD red, Intel blue.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
That clicks.
That'd be processors. I exclusively run Intel. I do not run processors. However, I say I run those exclusively, and hold on. Are you tipping?
No tipping allowed.
You are tipping. Damn it! I'm gonna have to put a landing gear back on.
Yeah.
Tipping.
Well done. You're there. Hey, you lined up right.
Or, you know, better yet, I just move this around like so. I need to put another gyro on this thing if I'm going to maneuver satellites with it. Ding ding. Yeah, save it for sure. I do not want to lose a satellite. Sit. Stay. What?
Just a post my wife sent me a minute ago.
Oh.
Oh, apparently it was sent a while ago. I just now received
You were
it.
just now getting to it.
Yes.
So you treat your wife like you do your viewers. Well done.
No.
I'll catch shit for that later, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
I need. There we go. Also, actually, we are just realize this. We are rather than using Skype for audio, which I don't know why the hell it took us so long to transition off of it, but probably just out of habit, I guess.
Yeah.
We are now using Discord for audio. So hopefully that's improved the experience for you guys.
Yes.
But anyway, before I got sidetracked on trying to save my satellite, I say I ran exclusively um, uh, Intel, but that's actually not entirely true. I
Hmm.
had a machine for a while that I ended up picking up that had one of the AMD, I think one of the first 64-bit dual-core AMD chips produced.
Oh wow.
And I had that chip for a very long time, and the reasoning behind it was um, Flight Simulator, which is probably one of my primary games for building the computer that I built, uh, is optimized for single core systems. So the better the one core is, the better it's going to run.
Fair enough.
And because that was built on two-core system, each core was pretty high quality. So I'm going to have to build these rotors at a different time because they flop over. I kind of forgot about this.
Floppy.
Floppily, floppily. So I can't expand the arms quite yet.
Aww.
Which is fine. Come back to that. But anyway, so that system I ran, I'd have to look up what the card was. I don't even remember what it is offhand. But I ran that, eventually overclocked it, ran liquid cooling to it, and that chip did a hell of a job for a very long time. So I can't brag on AMD because they actually make some solid stuff.
Yeah.
But, and there's always the but, it just wasn't as good of a power option. So now I'm running an i7 Canyon. So that's what, 4.4 unclocked.
Nice.
And right now I think it's an very odd 20 gigs of RAM right now, which I'm going to be replacing half the set so I can have all G skill rather than it's one set of G skill and a hodgepodge. Basically have the hodgepodge assigned to background tasks and the G skill assigned to actual tasks.
Yeah.
And Cyberfreak, actually, I was still fiddling with the Discord server, so in this stream we're not going to have it. But I will open that up to future streams. I'm just doing a little bit of testing and finagling, so this is kind of a proof of concept live.
Yeah.
A live proof of concept, because I was fiddling with a few of the server settings, so it's not just for communications. I mean, we're gonna have a full community server on there at some point. I'm just tinkering. And yes, you never see a 20 gigabit RAM computer ever, because you know what? Nobody in their right mind builds them like.
Well, except for me.
Well, you don't have a 20 gig.
That's what I was running.
You had a 20 gig also? Well, shit.
I had.
Well, I had and still have a 20 gig setup.
It's not now. Now I'm running a 32 gig.
Well, that's what I'm gonna get up to. But I couldn't find the chips I was looking for to
Fair
match
enough.
the ones that are already in there.
Yeah.
At a reasonable price. So
Fair enough.
I'm holding off. But that will change soon enough.
Yes.
And then the system will run even better than it already does. It already runs actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Alright, large steel tube, thruster components, construction components, small steel tube. Like, I'm sure you guys are like, why does he bounce project to project? Well, it's because that's how my mind works. I start working on something, I forget about the other thing I was working on. And then I'm back to plan square one.
Yeah, it's usually the way I am too. Start a project, get most of the way finished, and then I get sidetracked, start another project.
But it's like, so I started working on this project, to fix the welding ship, and then I think we needed magnesium. Sidetracked to that, and then when I got back, I said I'm going to work satellite.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are again. Thruster component motor.
Rubber banding.
But yes. So anyway, what was the RAM you have? Like I can't remember what G skill sticks you have.
Let me find. I actually still have the thing sitting next to me. I am running G skill Ripjaw. I think it was the Ripjaw X series, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, let me take a look. I want to say mine are the G skill. No, they're not the Tridents. I looked at the Tridents, but I didn't get the Tridents. It was the. Pull up my Amazon here.
Yeah, Ripjaw X is what I'm running. I'm running the DDR3 RAM, 1866 speed. They are.
Oh, it is the Tridents. Okay, so I got the G skill Trident Series F3s.
Nice.
Got one set, so it's two 8 gigabits, so 16 set.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking to buy a second set, but I see all available. Yeah, see, so if you get them on Amazon right now, they're charging I think like $350 to $400 for the set. When I bought mine for $99,
Mm-hmm.
I think I can get them over at Newegg for about $108 right now. So I think I'll probably just do that.
Yeah, that's probably good. That's how I
Yeah,
get.
let me pull up Newegg. I'm actually for those that are looking at my stream, I'm not in game right now. I'm actually on the internet, which is why it looks like I'm not doing anything. It's because I'm not. Trident. F3s.
You there, you there. Crank you down a little bit. So I can get that up. Just try to get a little bit of a conversion over around this walkway. Be funky driving down here at first, but you'll get to the base and it won't be so bad.
Yeah, I'll have to just order another set or something.
Yeah.
Too bad I didn't have DDR4. There's a really nice Trident Z set out there, but alas, I am running a AMD, an AMD Z97, which actually is a really solid board. So I actually would not trade it. I really do enjoy it.
Nice.
It was a nice, at the time when I built it, it was a nice balance between cost and performance, and it's still a really nice balance, honestly. If you want to go out and buy, if you wanted to go build a system, I would still recommend somebody going out and getting that, because it's, I do forget what I came over here for. Thruster components. But it's a really nice, stable board. Easy to work on. I think it's all fast clips on it as well.
Nice.
I love fast clips. I fell in love with them on my old Gray Tower. And ever since, I've had to have them. "15 to 20 more times of this guy and I'm out of here." Okay, bye, I guess. Now, if you don't like it, move on. I don't really care. I'm just doing this more for fun.
Yep.
and I get sidetracked so easily. So I understand why you. Okay, this guy's a little bit crazy. Yep. Yes, I am.
Just
You're
a little
welcome.
bit.
What are we talking about again?
Exactly.
Because see, I forgot to grab the steel plate, even though I went over there specifically to grab steel plate.
Eh.
Steel plate. So if I can get this guy fixed, I can go retrieve those parts. I can go then weld up the satellite. Satellite should be operational, assuming we have enough materials to finish the satellite.
Yes. Let's see. Go there.
That is indeed the kicker.
Sounds about normal with us. Steel plate again.
Even if you are joking around, I still wouldn't blame you. It's one of those. I'm like I am somewhat psycho when it comes to working on projects.
Yes.
Very much of a okay. What the hell am I working on again?
Yeah.
But it's just like because sometimes it's like I get an idea in my head, and so it's like all right, I gotta go do that now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, apparently my depth perception is just terrible right now.
Yeah.
I missed that connector, I think, 4 times.
Oh wow.
Five times. There it is. Okay, so I need shit. I need battery bits. Yeah, that's the proper terminology, is battery bits.
Yeah, sounds about right to me.
Which we don't have queued up, so I need to queue those up. Okay, I guess I'll let you produce some battery bits. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself, Si. It's big reason why I do this is just for fun for myself. But if you guys want to, enjoy the random construction projects we're working on, then that's the reason why we put it out there so you can watch. But ultimately, this is more for my own amusement of building random whatever and failing at random whatever is probably more accurate.
With us, yeah.
Well, I'm sure somebody needs to make a tally count of how many ships I crashed in Season 1. Okay, so I need... grab as many battery bits as I can. Wait, is this connector not hooked up properly?
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me.
That would be why it's not hooked up properly.
What'd you do now?
I forgot to weld up the conveyor junction.
Well done.
Can't have a welding ship if you can't get parts to the welders.
Yeah. Alright, so I got most of the rover end bay built. At least enough where we can park one and easily transfer it onto said elevator.
Okay.
Don't have the work area built yet, but that'll come later.
Meh. It's all part of it, I suppose.
Yep. One little bit of a project at a time. Now what do I start working on?
Yes.
Should I work on the elevator or should I start working on a lander?
Well, is the elevator going to be more important or is the lander more stage?
I mean, elevators mainly so we can get random stuff up and down from ground level if we don't have a flying vehicle. But that doesn't happen too often in here.
Which, well, depending though on how we build that lander, we probably have to load it from the surface. Because I'm assuming it's going to be fairly large.
I guess that's another question. How large do we want to build it?
Yes. I would say big enough to have enough hydrogen tanks to be able to not die on our way down.
So what are you thinking, 12 tanks?
Well, Fitz has 15.
Okay, I mean it's...
Granted, I have not tried Fitz at all. I just put 15 on it and said, well, that seems like a good number.
I mean, it'll basically just be a lander to be able to transfer in and out atmosphere.
Cyber Freak is voting for elevator.
Elevator?
Yes.
Alright, I guess I'll work on elevator.
And considering the elevator was something we were working on before the lander, I feel like we at least need to try to finish it.
Fair enough. Grab
That is, at least until it fails miserably, and then we decide, well...
Yes. So I need computer, motor, large steel construction. Motor. We have computers? We do have computers, I'm just blind. That should be enough to at least build a few pistons.
What am I smoking? Absolutely nothing, actually. I am drinking a Keweenaw Brewing Company. Actually, I have a picture from the other streams. Because I have another one, because it's so damn good. Shoot. I even have it saved under Space Engineers tab. Go figure.
Well done.
So I am currently drinking one of these. It's called Keweenaw Brewing Company's Borealis, and it's beer infused with coffee.
Yum.
Oh, apparently you're smoking something.
Yeah.
True.
I had, it's just a Views. Which one is this? This is the Views Zero.
Question Cyber Freak is asking is, what's the flavor?
With the flavor, just the classic right now.
Classic. So there's your answer, I guess. But anyway, beer and coffee. Yes, I was thinking the same thing. Was all right. That's kind of a weird combo, but okay, I'll give it a try. The reason I bought it, as you can tell by looking at the can, is absolutely gorgeous.
Yes.
The picture does not do it justice, but so that top rim, you see like the trees and such and the silver, that is actually a 360-degree view of the Keweenaw's Portage Canal, which is where this beer comes from. Then if you go down to the darker part of the label, that label is, it looks kind of black in the picture, but it's more of like a really dark blue, kind of like the night sky. And then the Borealis, or the Auroras, which is the, the green lines of the northern lights, that actually shimmers.
Ooh.
When you move the can around. It is absolutely one of the best looking beer cans I've ever held in my hand. Hands down amazing. Now, in terms of the beer quality is actually pretty good too. It's I think it's one of their amber ales infused with coffee from probably Keweenaw Coffee Works, I think.
Probably.
But it's really good. It's, I don't even know if there's I'm sure there's a caffeine level to it just because it's got coffee in it.
Probably.
But anyway, I enjoy it. It's really good. It's an amber ale with a little bit of coffee zip to it, so if you can ever find it, and I think it's kind of becoming that, kind of how craft beers and microbrewers and whatever are kind of a big thing. I think this is kind of a small trendy item. You can find it on other craft breweries or small breweries. they are doing this coffee infused beer, and it's kind of, I guess maybe the new trend is, I guess what you want to, what I could say,
Nice.
or a new minor trend. I don't know. It's pretty good. I haven't tried any other ones. I literally, the only reason I tried it is because I bought the 6-pack, saying these are really cool looking cans. I'm gonna try one. If it tastes like shit, I'll just keep the can, and somebody will drink it.
Yeah.
And I actually like it, to the point that I'll actually probably buy more the next time I find it, if I can find it again. That's the other challenge. Is this stuff is really hard to find, especially where I'm living. So needless to say, I'm conserving it a little bit. I think I've only drank it on stream nights, as much as I want to drink it more often. I ended up buying a 12-pack of their what is it called? It's the Widowmaker, which is their dark beer.
Yes.
Power cells. So I need power cells. Just lots and lots of power cells.
All the cells.
All of them. Every single one.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting concept. I would definitely say if you get the chance, check out a coffee infused beer. Now I'm an amber ale beer kind of guy, so it kind of fits right in my wheelhouse of I like ambers. It's a darker colored beer, a little heavier. But the thing is, it's like it's not that heavy. It's like I almost think if I was gonna have one of those days where I would have this one for breakfast. I mean, of course, it's got coffee, but it's like I've had it also with like dinners before, so it's kind of it's an all-around beer. It's a beer you can have all the time. Full disclaimer, that is not an advertisement, promotion, or any type of association from the Q&A Brewing Company. I do not solicit underage drinking. Yada, yada, yada. My ass is covered now.
Yes.
Go suck on that FCC or whatever the hell it is.
Oops.
Oops. Oops is not usually a good sound, especially when you're working with pistons.
It was not piston related.
Okay.
It only took me a few seconds to fix. I wish there was like a full blast door block that you could actually like attach to it and still have it be flush on the one side.
I need way more power cells. All the power cells ever. He caught it before it got to the bottom. Perfect.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one thing is you guys can watch. I mean, I guess technically I could watch as well, but it's a little bit harder for me to watch his stream, my comments, and do things like fly. So I generally don't watch his stream.
Yep.
I only usually have my own up, and I really only have it up with the comments up, so that way I can converse with you guys. Since I don't have a fancy manager that takes care of comments for me.
It's not a fancy manager, it's Restream.
No, I'm saying like the large streamers that have like a moderator, like a comments
Oh
moderator.
yeah, yeah.
Picks out the favorites, that kind of stuff.
Alright, blast door blocks.
Yo, Tim, I need more batteries.
Make all the batteries. Ooh. A little bit of lag. It's alright. There. Oop. Alright.
What else do I need? I've got motors. I believe I have steel plate. I do have steel plate. I have construction components. I do not have the motors. We'll load those in the other side.
Need more steel plate. And the elevator is almost built.
Question is, will it actually be functional?
I mean, functional, yes. Question is, how stable will it be?
Yes. The answer is yes. Drew, apparently your T is on.
My what now?
It says, other guy, your T is on.
T. I have no idea. You'll have to elaborate on that for me.
JXOLT.
I did that too.
I'm just looking, it's like, what the fuck is T? I don't think I ever deal with T. I mean, I've got Z and X and C and F. I don't have a T. Heck, I even do a P. Both of our T's are on. What the fuck is a T? Is that... Oh, I wonder if it's a targets. What does T do? I'm gonna have to fiddle with it. So for those that don't know, Drew and I basically more or less as we were going through season 1. So we did definitely not go through any like type of tutorial or anything like that. We're not the experts in this. We just figure the fuck out and say, well, that'll work.
Yep.
The button T for auto rotate.
I did see it's tucked down below your hotbar. I wasn't sure what it did, but
Below my hotbar.
yeah.
Oh, for auto rotate. Okay. I see. It's under there. Ah.
Oh boy. Elevator platform has started shaking.
Did you put thingamajiggers on it yet?
Like the platform itself has started shaking.
Doesn't save you rotation for blocks. Except I like my rotation for blocks.
Construction computer. Oh, and it stopped shaking.
That and auto rotate.
Yes, I turned it off just because I don't know.
Trying to think what else I'll need while I'm sitting here waiting for cells. I suppose I'll need radio communication equipment since I'm going to be building laser and.
Yeah, probably. There we go. Stop shaking.
No. I refuse.
Alright. So piston. Door piston. One. Two. Quick through and label these. I'm just watching, there's just these random ion thrusters popping up.
Oh, on the grid thing?
Yep.
Well, because I've got it hooked up to the connector still, and I decided it might be smart to put some more thrusters on this thing. Before I disconnect, so I don't plummet to the bottom.
Fair enough.
Cyberfreak is suggesting that you set it as a group. I don't know what you're looking at, but set it as a group.
I just did.
So you're one step behind. That's really what you're saying.
Try that. Oop. Probably help to actually set up groups, elevator pistons. There is reverse.
Steel plate my ass.
And where is...
That'd be a really tough ass.
Oh, mother.
Alright. Batteries.
I need to turn down the speed of that. Holy crap.
Yeah, elevators should move like slow. Like freight elevator style.
Well, I didn't think about it. I had it set to the whatever the stock, like 0.5, but I didn't think about it. I have 9 pistons.
Yeah, you probably only need like 0.2.
Control panel, elevator pistons. There we go. Let's try that. Much better.
Or my service elevator in the set to 0.1. Mainly because I didn't want it crashing into the solar panels.
Fair enough. Yeah, I just set to 0.1. It's nice. So let's go 3. Light blocking obstacle lines. Turn that all the way down and that all the way down. Stay up here. It's all of a sudden not working anymore. So 2. Yep. You are on.
And just like that, I'm out of stuff again. A lot of stuff that I need.
All of a sudden my elevator stopped working. Do I need to have those? Extending access. It's acting like it's wanting to go, but it stopped working. It's a little bit more stable. Kind of. Now it's shaking me everywhere. Oh, technology. Down. Say 3.5.
Wobble, wobble.
Oh, well. It is launching me. Okay. Oh.
It's not going anywhere. Did you get it stuck on the sides?
Doesn't look like it, but I can't.
Well, pistons are kind of weird in that they always need a... This may be too tight of a seal, unfortunately.
Well, it's blast doors. There's not actually... Ah, welcome, William. Doing alright. Just trying to troubleshoot a piston elevator at the moment.
What happens if I turn it up to 11?
What are we turning to 11?
Yes. I'm gonna get out of here before you launch me through the ceiling. Apparently your end is way different than...
Yeah, I think I'm having some desync. Which is what I'm hoping when I actually get back to my dual setup will hopefully fix some of the connection issues.
You're dropping plate, by the way.
Yep, I realized that.
Moon jump. I'm so used to having to jump on the planet. I forgot that you can jump so far on the moon. Woo! Blink.
Ooh. Oh, that's right. I forgot I was going to get energy while I was up there. I'm actually not going to tear down anymore because it was working a second ago. Like it was going up and down that shaft as I was trying to work things out, so it's not that.
Alright, I'm gonna do... I completely forgot about the oxygen project up here, but we've got enough oxygen, so I guess that's fine.
Yes, sir.
So I guess I won't worry about the oxygen project or the oxygen farm up here yet. Not until we get closer to moving out when it has to be self-sufficient.
Yeah.
Do the pistons one at a time. Actually, that's probably a smart idea.
Yeah, probably. But that would...
So the Pelican, what are we doing with that?
I was gonna, when we started to it, I was gonna fully build it, but I think it still needs tweaking. So I guess grind it back down for resources.
No. Easy enough to do.
Yeah.
Guess I'll put that off till next episode.
And oh well, welcome being a newbie to our side of things. Yeah, we've been doing it for, oh man, probably,
Couple years.
yeah, year and a half, almost 2 years now, coming up on 2 years. Is it 2 years?
Coming up on, yeah.
Holy crap. Seems like such a long doesn't seem that long ago now. But yeah, we
did 100 and whatever many episodes.
yeah, that's true.
Season 1.
Yeah, but yeah, we do this pretty much every Thursday. It's not always Space Engineers. We try to switch it up every now and then.
Yeah, in the I'll say in the off season we did a lot of World of Warships. We did some Age of Empires.
Payday 2.
Payday 2.
That
Yeah.
was fun.
We finally succeeded in doing one of those.
Finally.
Come on, look up.
Ooh, it needs to play.
You know, again, it would help if I was actually lined up with the damn thing.
Yeah, just maybe. We do a little bit of everything. Like we were saying, we do a little some Payday, which is kind of an FPS objective based. Some Age of Empires, which is kind of base building, whatnot. If you don't know what that is,
Civilization building, more like it.
Yeah, civilization building, I guess. We did try
We
doing
did Civilization. I didn't really like it.
Yeah, no, it's not a good streaming game. It's fun to play with every now and then, but World of Warships is kind of, man, you're in warships, and you have objectives and destroy the other team. Yada yada. I haven't in a while, but I actually used to stream some other stuff. I streamed Fallout 4 for a while. I'm trying to remember what else was I doing? Oh, used to do Minecraft. I do want to get back into doing Minecraft again, but may or may not do that.
Oh god, oh god, oh god, that was a bad idea. That was a very bad idea. Oh no. Dampeners, quick. Okay.
Still going down. Oh.
All I was trying to do was move it towards the hangar side.
Well done.
Which I don't really know how I was going to do that because it's got really no flat edges on it. So I'm just going to put it back where it was. It was safer there.
Yeah.
This does prove a point, though, that I will need to upgrade the satellite ship before launching these things.
Yes.
Since the satellite is only about maybe half built. Not even. And it's struggling to maneuver it.
Yeah.
Now let's see, for those that are unfamiliar with stuff that I've been working on the channel, I guess I haven't done anything since Season 2 restarted, since these episodes basically take up my schedule. Assuming I actually get the schedule up properly. I've been kind of, with my new job, I've been kind of slow to get episodes up after streaming. Because I have to remember to actually set the computer up to render them. And the last thing I want to be is on the computer, usually after I've been at work on the computer. Okay, so you're just going to stay there. Stay.
Be interesting to see what I end up doing for a day job.
But anyway, I've been doing... I did a little bit of City Skylines. It doesn't stream, or it doesn't... not stream. It made some episodes, but I guess that city kind of stopped just because there wasn't a ton of interest in it. It's when I jump in on it, I just start building stuff. I don't really talk. Airport. I think it was not Airport Tycoon. Airport Sim, maybe I think it's called.
Maybe.
It looks kind of like Prison Architect. That I started messing around with when it was in early access. I haven't been back on it in a while. There's been a ton of updates, and I want to get that done or jump back on there at some point. Did a lot of World of Warships, did some Project Cars, do some random original Xbox games for like a Throwback Thursday type of thing. So things like that. For an actual job, I work as a fleet manager at a trucking company. Has me working 7 days a week for 12 to 13 hours a day. So that means basically no time for me during my on weeks. During my off weeks, I have 7 days off in a row, which is really nice. And a lot would say, "Oh, well, that's when you can render stuff up and everything." Well, again, then I got to get housework done. I got to get shopping done, chores, and whatever else that needs to get done. Laundry, sleeping, lots of sleeping.
Oh, yeah.
But I usually do get a lot of the videos rendered during my off week, just because I set the computer up and I go wander off and start working on other stuff while the computer's doing a rendering job. So I do utilize the time. I just probably don't utilize it as effectively as I should.
Unfortunately, of course, now that I started another project, it's about the size.
Speaking of, though, I probably should cut it quits because
Yeah.
that alarm goes off in less than 6 hours for me,
Yes.
since this is an on week for me. So
That's always fun. Yes, the missus made an interesting suggestion. I don't know whether or not they would hire me or how it would work since we're in the same household, but possibly essentially doing the same thing that she does.
Generally, companies like that, you would have to be in different departments, completely unrelated.
True, but they're not they're kind of funky. Like they're totally legit. There's nothing wrong with them. It's just literally, basically, I'm just bidding loads and transferring loads around, or keeping up on where the drivers are, that kind of thing.
All right, I'm headed up to. Actually, hold on. Let me offload my inventory real quick.
Yeah, good idea.
Then I'm gonna go up to Genesis.
Yes.
That.
Empty everything. I am there.
And Tim, you can take care of it.
Yes. Tim is a wonderful thing.
Well, actually, you guys can see the solar panels are reorganizing themselves, I think.
Good, that means it works.
Yeah, no, I've been kind of passively watching it as time progressed, and it did track the sun very well.
Good.
Being that we haven't had a full sun cycle, I don't know if the panels are actually figuring out where they need to go next, or if they're still just trying to find the sun.
Oh, yeah.
But once the cycle completes itself, it should just know to reset them in the same position as when sun up is happening, right?
It should, yeah.
We do actually have blueprints. I usually don't keep as many as I probably should, but I got Genesis, which is up top. We did a build-off where I built the front half of a ship. Drew built the back half of the ship, and neither of us knew what the other one was doing because we put a giant wall away. So there's actually, those episodes should already be out on the channel in their own section. So there's that. There's the comm satellite, which is what I'm working on, basing it off of pictures. So it's probably not going to be exactly like this, but it'll be similar enough. A couple iterations of the satellites. A couple rovers that I've been fiddling with. Some smaller satellites, some smaller attack ships. Got the scout fighter, kamikaze pilot, or the kamikaze drone, or not drone, kamikaze pod. And then the transition fighter, which I'm actually going to be working on for Drew by installing one of my folding landing gear into it.
Ooh.
So that'll be fun when it's done. Are you done in there yet?
I'm already up at Genesis.
Oh. I was waiting for you down here. All right. Close the hangar doors then, and I guess I'll join you.
I am...
But usually in survival, I don't usually save too many blueprints until something is completely done, or at least it's in a state that I like. So
Yes.
that's why you don't see us use the blueprints function very much. Like this base will never be blueprinted. It's just a thing to enjoy, and
Yes.
when it's done, it's done.
What was I doing?
The ships, on the other hand, if we like them, we'll like the welding ship that I was using, the ship that we've probably rebuilt more than any other ship out. That is blueprinted. It's a very important ship to us.
Yes.
And it seems to be the correct balance of being able to destroy and build all at once.
Oh. Did we not bring ammo up here? I thought we did.
I brought ammo up. Did we burn through it all already? Damn.
I'm trying to find it.
Oh, it's all sitting in Gatling turret 24.
But that one, at least when I bring it up, it shows up as one of the ones that's down on the planet. Oh,
Gatling
wait, no.
turret 24.
Wait, hold on.
Bertha
No,
does
no.
not have should not have a connection to the bottom anymore.
Oh, like. Okay, so now it's there. I'm just trying to get access to it because it's not currently it's all in one. It should automatically sort.
That's what I'm trying to figure out why it didn't. Because when I put it in there, it actually distributed one to each turret, and I figured, oh, it's just going to figure it out as it needs it.
Yeah. That's not doing it.
You're going to have to get a TIM program up here, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, we got a couple of guns at least
Yeah.
functional. It'll get us by temporarily.
Yeah.
Genesis has not been on the forefront of our minds. It's basically just a spawn point for us anymore.
Yeah.
Eventually, I assume we'll do more with Genesis as time goes on, but right now it's been moon-based focused.
Yes.
Anyway, that is just about going to do it for us, guys. I hope you've enjoyed. If you've liked what you've seen, definitely hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, go check out previous seasons or previous episodes. Those season 2 episodes, like I said, are way behind, or not way behind, but considerably behind. The build-offs and whatnot, those are out there already.
Yes.
And so, yeah, that's probably about all I got. As usual, we'll be out here Thursday time, usual place, probably doing the usual thing, unless we decide to switch up.
Yep.
Kind of like what we started out doing, but then decided it was probably not a good idea.
There were some issues going on.
There was a little bit of lag. So, we do got to find a public world at some point. That, or Drew and I need to look more into the servers and then just set up our own community server.
Yeah.
That might be fun.
Which I think we did talk about doing at some point.
We did talk about doing. We talked about doing a multiplayer.
Oh, yeah. I think server might be the better route, though, because we can kind of stabilize things a little bit better.
Yeah. So we'll have to look into that.
Yeah.
But we definitely can then have it'd be nice to have an online community of people just working on shit.
Yeah.
Hmm. I like this idea. More to look into it. So yeah, if you're interested in that, definitely let us know. Cyber Freaks has already said he'll be there. So if you're not Cyber Freaks and you're still thinking about it and on the fence, you should think about being there.
Yes.
Now we just got to figure out where there is. All right, guys. Until next time, though, take it easy and peace.
See ya.